Welcome back to the Words from the Nerds podcast. We are here today. We have this very special episode. We've been hyping it up for a little bit, but in lieu of Comic-Con happening in just a few days, today is July 20th. It is starting tomorrow, actually, but the big Marvel stuff isn't going to happen until Saturday, but we will be doing a thing for that as well. But in light of that happening and what we think is going to be announced there, we figured we would come in and give you guys our fan casts for not only the Fantastic Four, but Magneto, Charles Xavier, and Logan Wolverine himself as well. So, Aiden, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. We started this and then my bonsai tree fell over. So,
Damn.
yeah, we've been recording for about like 10 minutes now trying to put it back together. But I'm here. We're about to talk about our fan cast. I'm super excited for this episode. We've been hyping it up to each other all week and everything. So, I'm excited. I'm really excited to see your picks and to show you my picks. So, yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, we haven't shown each other who we've picked. We've told each other a couple of actors that we have that we like that are on there. Like I know Aiden has Rahul Kohli on his, so and I told him that I put Rahul Kohli somewhere on mine, but I doubt it's the same person.
Yeah.
But there's hopefully so. But what I'm trying to say is basically everything that's going to be a surprise to you guys is going to be a surprise to us as well, because we have no idea what each other picked. We wanted to keep the mystery there and keep it alive. So we're just going to run down the list right straight from the get go. I will start off with my first pick for Reed Richards. We did do at least 2 picks for each person. So, and I will say right off the bat though, for Reed Richards, I actually did 3 because I couldn't.
Yeah, me too.
I couldn't decide who I liked more. But my first pick for Reed Richards, and I will get ready to throw him up on screen here, is actually William Jackson Harper from you guys might know him from uh what's the show called? Good Place. He was in Good Place, and I really loved him in that show. He was like a nerdy dude, and I don't think Good Place is a good representation of like his acting ability for Reed Richards. For that, I would actually point to there's this other show that he's in on HBO Max called Love Life. He's only in season 2 though, not season 1. But it's like an anthology series, but it doesn't really matter. But the focus is on him in season 2. So, and he does a phenomenal job in that show, just juggling like love, obviously, and like the way that it interacts with throughout your life and all these different love interests he goes through, and like he does the whole not caring really well sometimes, like how Reed might, even though Reed cares, he just doesn't like, it's not to the focus of his attention at the moment. But I mean, I think he has the looks to play him. Like you should see him. I didn't choose a picture with glasses on him, unfortunately, but he looks good with glasses on as well. I promise you guys. But he's through and through, without a doubt, my top pick fan cast wise. But I will also say that he's not my number one choice because there has been like a rumored casting that has come out recently. Aiden knows what I'm going to say, that I actually love so much, and that's Penn Badgley from You to play Reed Richards. I think that would be an absolutely phenomenal pick. I think he would handle that very well. Like, just he has the voice inflection and he can act it out very well. But William Jackson Harper is my number 1 pick for Reed Richards.
Okay, number one. I love that casting. That's actually really good. I've seen people throw that one around, and I definitely agree with it. I think it's an awesome cast. Man, William Jackson Harper. I like that. I like that. However, I do like my number 1 pick just a little bit more. My boy, Rahul Kohli. Let's go. The number 1 pick, Rahul Kohli for Reed Richards. I absolutely love him, dude. I haven't seen Midnight Mass, but man, I've seen clips of it on YouTube. He looks amazing. I think he was even in this like kind of sitcom-y rom-com show. I can't remember the name of it, but he throws on an accent in there and he nails it. He's a big nerd. You watch some of his interviews, he literally has hot toys in glass cases right by his TV. There's even pictures of him. I actually want to see if I could find it. There's pictures of him where he's wearing a Fantastic Four suit. And oh my gosh, bro.
Wait, he actually like put one on?
Yeah, so it's like a little onesie. Not onesie, but like a little knockoff suit. It's not like anything official cosplay. thing. I doubt they'll have the picture up here on Google, but it's been thrown around. He's wearing like this little suit. I actually
Yeah.
see while I'm looking at it, William Jackson Harper in glasses. Yeah, he looks awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, Raul Coley as Reed Richards. I mean, such a phenomenal pick. I really 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 hope they go for him in the
Okay.
MCU.
He
I
was in that
was
iZombie show, right?
yeah, iZombie. That's
Okay.
what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, iZombie. He's just amazing, bro, and he has the looks. Reed Richards does not have to be white. We've established that,
Yeah.
and absolutely love it. And yeah, I think you'll like my second pick. But what's your second pick?
I also forgot to preface. I mentioned the Penn Badgley thing, and the reason I didn't pick him, and I do like him more. I will say, like I said before, the reason I didn't pick him, I didn't preface this for you guys. We tried not to pick anybody that is actively being rumored for any
Yeah,
of these castings because we didn't want to just be like do the boring old like, oh well, they're rumored and I like that, so
yeah,
like let's go with that. We wanted to choose like who we would also like to see, and it makes me happy that I have so many for Reed Richards because like I'll be happy like no matter who they choose. I think they're bound to choose one of these people. I mean, and
yeah.
maybe they'll just come out of left field. And also, I guess there's a lot of confusion on TikTok as well. I've seen a couple people commenting like they think Reed Richards is going to be played by John Krasinski since he did it in Multiverse of Madness. But there has been interviews with Sam Raimi who said that Kevin Feige said that the reason they did that in Multiverse of Madness is because it's an alternate universe, and so let's make the fan dream come true. So I feel like giving that distinction, saying that it was an alternate universe and that's why they did it, is kind of, it's not directly confirming. There's still a possibility that it could be John Krasinski still, sure,
I hope
but
not, but yeah,
yeah, me personally, I'm kind of over that. I used to be a huge fan of that idea, and it was like slightly before Multiverse of Madness. I was just like, I don't know if that I care about that anymore. It's not like it was a cool idea because both him and Emily Blunt could do it, and they have the obvious real life chemistry and stuff like that. But um, and I don't think he didn't do a great job in Multiverse of Madness, but I don't think that's his fault. I think it's just like he didn't have a lot of time to show us what he could do. But that's not why I don't necessarily like that casting anymore. But again, it's not like out of the possibility they could still do it, but I just think that wording of since it's an alternate universe kind of just makes it seem like that won't be the case anymore. But
yeah.
since we got that out of the way, my second pick is actually I thought of this like it was kind of just like it popped in my head, and I was like, you know what, dude, I actually really kind of love this one too.
Okay.
But it's actually Steven Yeun from
Yes,
The
yes,
Walking
yes, yes,
Dead.
yes, yes.
Walking Dead as
Let's
dude, I
go.
love him so much, man. And he's gonna be in Nope, which comes out this weekend too, and I'm so excited to see him in that. He is a phenomenal actor. I mean, watch like he was my favorite character on The Walking Dead. I'm not one of the people that stopped watching The Walking Dead when he died. But like I'd be lying if I said it wasn't like I thought about it because like he is so good. Like his charisma, the natural way people just are like drawn to him whenever he's on screen. Like
Yeah,
it's just it's seriously amazing. And I chose one with him wearing glasses here because Reed's like not that Reed wears glasses or all the time or if at
yeah.
all sometime, but still just like he's a nerd. Like I think Steven Yeun even in and of
He's the
himself is
voice
a
of
nerd
it.
as well.
He's the voice
And
of
he's yeah,
Invincible. Let's
yeah, he's the voice
go.
of Mark in Invincible. And it's like, dude, like
Yeah,
this is like I feel like it's perfect, and I hope that he would be able to do it because I know that like Invincible just got greenlit for seasons 2 and 3, so he
yeah,
might be kind of busy and he's got other stuff going on too. But like, I really love this choice, and I think like, and again, we established Reed Richards does not have to be white whatsoever. Anybody who's coming in here with that energy, just get out, like seriously, because there's no ties to him being white at all. So this,
yeah.
I think would be absolutely amazing. Like he's just I can't rave about him enough. Like I don't know, man. Steven Yeun, just what a guy.
That's a damn good pick, bro. I actually was thinking about that earlier today. I was like, Steven Yeun, yeah, I really like that. And I didn't put him down just because I have three. Well, technically I have two because my third one was Penn Badgley. I do love
Okay.
Penn Badgley as a pick. I've grown to like it, that's fine. And uh I wouldn't be mad at it at all. Like I really wouldn't. He has the
Yeah.
chops to pull it off. I think he has the looks, obviously. I would love Penn Badgley. But yes, Steven Yeun, that's an amazing pick, bro. I really
Yeah.
like that, and I completely agree with that pick.
Okay.
So for my second Reed Richards pick, this one I'm interested to see. I really like this one because I love this actor. He's been in a ton of amazing things. I can remember one off the top of my head. I won't spoil it right now. I will just say for my second pick for Reed Richards, John David Washington.
Oh,
And
yes. Oh,
I
okay.
just absolutely love this dude, bro.
Dude.
He killed it in Black Klansman. I think that's one of my favorite movies I've seen him in. Um, and if I'm not mistaken, isn't he the son of Denzel Washington?
Yeah. Yep.
So come on, man. You know he has the chops. That's his fucking dad, bro. You know he got the chops. So
Dude.
I absolutely love it. Um, he was he in the NFL? I think there's something about like he was in the
Oh,
NFL or
I have
something.
no clue. I don't know
Yeah,
about
I
that.
think he used to play football.
Damn.
Either way, I mean, dude, he's amazing. I would love to see him as Reed Richards. Um, like I said, he has the chops to pull it off. He was in Tenet with Robert Pattinson,
Yeah.
and yeah, he's in Amsterdam. I think he's one of the main three in Amsterdam with Margot Robbie and Christian Bale. So, I mean, that's coming out this year if y'all want to go watch him in that. I know Raul Coley has a movie coming out this year if y'all want to go support any of them. But John David Washington, my second pick. And I will say, I these are my favorite picks, and I know Charlie's going in depth about them. I can't promise that I could go super in depth about them. Like I just fumble when it comes to explaining, but like looks wise, acting wise, he has the chops. John David Washington, my second pick for Reed Richards.
No, yeah, this is like I actually didn't see this coming. Like I don't know why I never considered this. This is a great pick though. Like I mean, just thinking about I don't know if you've seen his movie with Zendaya on Netflix. I forget what it's called.
I think I've heard
But
of it.
it's like all black and white and it's just like a very like
Is
character.
it True Love? Is that
I don't
the?
know
I
what I
don't know.
can't
I don't know because I
it's
know
I
he's.
can't, I really can't remember what it was. I don't even remember who directed it, but I thought it was a big name director. But him and Zendaya did a phenomenal job in that movie. I mean, I know it's kind of just like them arguing back and forth the whole movie, but like I think there's definitely some underlying character evaluation within that movie that you could go in depth on all the live long day. But he did like I think I've seen a ton of his stuff, and like I can't believe since you're saying that I can't believe I never thought of that myself because I really think that's a phenomenal pick right there too.
So that movie's called Malcolm and Marie.
That
True
okay, yeah.
Love. That's actually another movie he has coming up in 2023. So that's what I got it confused with. And then,
Okay.
real quick, I'll pull up a picture for those who don't know. Penn Badgley was the
Yep.
main character actor of You. I watched one season of it. I thought it was all right. I never picked it up afterwards. Didn't really care for it. But Penn Badgley was amazing. Has the voice, has the acting chops, has the look. Most of all,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, great
I have to
pick,
look.
solid pick.
Um,
Was that all for your Reed Richards?
no, I had
Oh,
I
you
have
had one
one
more?
more.
Go
Yeah, I
ahead.
got one more for my Reed Richards. This one literally came like right before we started getting ready to record today. This one popped up in my
Which
head,
one?
and I think this guy also has the look too. But Brandon Ruth as
Yes.
as Reed
Yes, bro.
Richards. I
Let me
think
pull it
that would
up.
be a great pick. Brandon Ruth, I feel like I can't escape him throughout my entire life. Not that I'm trying to, but I just feel like he's been there through everything. There's this really great show that I love. I think it's it's my favorite show of all time. It's called Chuck. And in that show, he was he was in that show, and he was like a big part of season 3 and a little bit of season 5. I don't want to give spoilers to it if in
Yeah.
case any of you are watching it or are going to, but he was fantastic in that show. Like I loved him so much. And
Okay.
obviously before he was in that show, he was Superman in Superman Returns. And
Yeah.
like, I'm a kid and like I'm watching Superman fly across the screen. I like it no matter what. I don't care. It's been
Yeah.
a long time. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. So like I know it wasn't necessarily a well-received movie, Superman movie anyway, or even movie in general, I'm sure. But I know a lot of people love him as Superman. He definitely has the look of Superman, but I also think he has the look for Reed Richards. I think he could pull off a really, really great Reed Richards. He's also in, or was in, I don't think he's in it anymore, but DC's Legends of Tomorrow. And he
Yeah.
kind of played like a big, nerdy, like smart guy in that show. And I think he played it very well. Obviously, the writing, I don't want to say obviously, I guess, because I mean, the CW has had good writing in the past, but it's not always it doesn't always stay on a consistent level. So
Yeah.
I would think that they'd be able to write him in a fantastic way, pun intended, to the way he could play Reed Richards in such a compelling and heartfelt way, because I mean Brandon Ruth can do it all, man. Like seriously, he's a really great pick, but he just doesn't edge out William Jackson Harper and Steven Yeun for me. He's still the third pick for my Reed Richards, but that is my final Reed Richards choice. So I guess
Awesome.
we can jump in with your Sue Storm
Sue
pick here.
Storm, on to Sue Storm. Yeah, I mean, any of these, if they pick any of them, of these actors that we just brought up for Reed, I'd completely love it. And
Yeah.
as we keep talking about it, bro, I'm just getting more and more excited to see what they, if they announce it Saturday and what we get. They have to, if not Saturday,
Yeah.
D23.
No,
But yeah,
that's actually real quick to jump in. I think it came out today. Deadline reported that that Marvel is going to save their big announcements for
yeah,
D23. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but I don't think that excludes casting. I think we still, if anything, we're going to get casting for the Fantastic Four for sure.
yeah,
I feel that in my bones. I feel like we're 100% getting that. X-Men, maybe not. I could see that not happening, but the
yeah,
Fantastic Four thing I think is 100% happening this Saturday.
yeah,
But I think as far as big announcements, they're probably just going to wait to announce like more movies and TV shows at D23.
yeah,
But
for sure.
Comic-Con is probably going to be like, I think we're still getting a trailer for Wakanda Forever and that type of stuff. I don't want to turn this into a Comic-Con podcast,
No,
but
no, yeah, but
essentially I just wanted to clarify that Deadline said they're going to save that stuff for D23. It looks like.
no, yeah, you're good. I get what you mean. Yeah, I think that we should not be worried about there being no Fantastic Four announcements because uh, last time Marvel was at Comic Con, Kevin Feige literally teased Fantastic Four and mutants. So why not follow up with that with some casting or some news about it? So on to our Sue Storm. I'm excited to see what you think about this one or if we have the same one because my number one pick for Sue Storm in the MCU
I
is
can't wait.
Melissa Benoist.
Oh my God. Yes.
Supergirl herself.
Yes.
She has acting chops. She's played a superhero
Yes.
before. She's just amazing. She has the looks. I mean, I can just imagine her and Raul sharing the chemistry and just killing it as Sue Storm in the MCU. My number one pick, Melissa Benoist. I absolutely love it. Like I said, it's gonna be hard for me to go super in depth on some of these,
No,
just
yeah.
because some of these have the looks, and I'm just like, you know what, that's perfect, And I'll look at some of their acting, some of their background, and some of the stuff they've done. But yeah, Melissa Benoist, my number one pick. I love it.
I 100% agree with you. She is my number one choice. I
Oh
just didn't.
wow.
No,
Oh,
I just didn't pick her because like I don't know if she actually is rumored. I heard rumors that she was rumored, so like that's why I didn't want to go with that one. But
okay.
uh, she is 100% my number one pick though. Like I made a TikTok about it. I think she would be the best choice for Sue. I watched I think up to like halfway through season 3 of Supergirl.
Mhm.
But she can act, bro. Like I think my favorite performance of hers for out of that show is probably season 1, episode 8, where she's like talking to this hologram of her mom. And then she's asking a bunch of questions about her past life, and her mom won't answer. And then she just screams and then like shoots her laser eyes, which that's all CGI, whatever. But that's not her acting. But she shoots
Yeah.
the heat beams out of her eyes, and then she just starts crying, and her sister's there to comfort her and everything. Dude, she can. I think she can handle the warmth of character that Sue has for her family and for everybody she loves perfectly, and she can also handle the badass side of Sue that's just like, don't fuck with my fucking
Yeah.
family, like
Yeah.
Melissa Benoist. I 100% agree with you. She's my top choice.
Nice.
I just didn't pick her because I thought she was rumored. I
I
could be
didn't know
wrong though.
that. Yeah, I hadn't heard anything. I've seen a lot of people talk about it, like their fan casts wise,
Yeah.
and some people I've had discussions with in like leading up to this podcast or for this podcast. So yeah, I was like, you know what, that's amazing. I can't believe I never thought about that. So okay, cool.
Yeah. That's what I mean. 100%. I think she would knock it out of the park. But for my first Sue choice,
Hmm.
okay, here's the hard part. I really like it, but I also just watched something she was in
Oh no.
um the other night. Where
Okay.
hold on, where's the tab? Oh, there she is. Um not the other night, last night, and like it kind of made me want to go back on it. But I have Samara Weaving as
Mm.
a pick for Sue Storm. I think she has a little bit of the look. Um, her. I don't know if Sue has blue eyes, but I'm not even gonna get like that in depth on the look side of it. I don't really care that much.
Yeah.
But I watched her movie Ready or Not last night, which is like a horror movie where this family like tries to hunt her down playing hide and seek or whatever.
Okay.
She has this really annoying scream that like happens a lot in that movie, and
Oh.
like I don't think she would scream that much as Sue, but just like I don't know her overall acting of that whole movie. I don't think she really got a chance to like show off too much. Like obviously she was just pretty much scared shitless throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
There wasn't like a super emotional side of her or whatnot, but she's also in I think that newest GI Joe movie, Snake Eyes, which I haven't seen yet.
Me neither.
But I think from what I've seen from her so far, I think she could pull it off really well. I think she definitely has the looks for it. But I've kind I should have moved her to my second pick, honestly, after watching last night. But it is what it is. I'll get to my second pick, and I think she now has taken a step above Samara. But
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know much about Samara Weaver, so or Weaver or Weaving. What was
Weaving,
her
yeah.
Weaving? Okay, yeah, that shows how much I know. But like I said, Charlie's here for the in-depth discussions. I'm here to just be like, I like this casting. So, all right, so this one I could actually talk all day about. I absolutely fucking love this casting.
Hell yes.
Give me Erin
Oh my
Moriarty
god,
as Sue
yes.
Storm. Erin Moriarty as Sue Storm. If y'all don't know who she is, this is
Yes.
Starlight from The Boys, and god damn is she an amazing actress, bro. I loved her in The Boys. She's been the heart of this show since she first stepped in. She has the chops to play not only a superhero, but a loving superhero that cares about her family, and a loving superhero that will kill over her family. And she has the chops. She's amazing. She has the looks for sure. If we're pairing her with Raul Coley, I mean, she's 28. And Raul is 32, I believe, 32, 35-ish. So it works. It's there. She is a little young, but I mean, that just means that she'll last in the MCU as Sue Storm. And I absolutely love it. And pairing this with my Johnny Storm casting, say less, bro.
Oh, I can't
I
wait to see
fucking
that.
I
Okay.
fucking love Erin Moriarty as my Sue Storm in the MCU.
Yeah, I actually love that pick a lot as well. I don't know how much longer The Boys is gonna go for, and
That
I'm
too,
sure she has
yeah.
time between The Boys and other stuff though too. But I know she was in Jessica Jones season 1 as
Yeah.
well. But there's no confirming if that is going to be canon to the MCU or not anyway. And even
Yeah.
if it is, I'm sure they could work their magic with
They've
with
they've
her.
they've reused like characters before in the MCU. Like I believe is her name Gemma Chan?
Yeah,
She was
yeah.
Cersei, but she was also a one of
Minerva.
the Kree, yeah,
Yeah, she was
in Captain
Minerva,
Marvel.
one of
Yeah.
the yeah. But also, what comes to mind is the Viola Davis. She played in Luke Cage which obviously again Luke Cage isn't confirmed canon, but if it ends up being, which I think if they make Daredevil canon, then I think all the other shows are subsequently canon as well. But
Mm.
that's a different topic. But assuming Luke Cage is canon, Viola Davis or is it? It's Viola Davis. I hope it's Viola Davis. I don't want
Uh-huh.
to be getting it wrong. But she also in Civil War, she was the woman who came up and shoved her paper. Or was yelling at Tony
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah,
Is that
yeah.
not Viola Davis? Who or
Was
am
that?
I wrong?
I don't know because if she was, that's kind of crazy. I didn't even know that she
I
was.
remember that
I
was
mean,
like big
she's
news back
obviously,
then because they're like,
yeah,
oh, they're reusing a character because that was before Captain Marvel and everything. They were like, oh, Marvel's reusing an actor.
yeah,
Um,
huh?
hold on, is it Viola Davis? I need to check that now. I don't want to be wrong on this.
Yeah, I'm
um,
trying to look right now, but
but I think they could do that though. I don't know if they would, just because like obviously with her responsibility with the boys. Although I could see the boys ending with season 4. So
Yeah.
me personally, you never know.
I don't think that was Viola
No, it
Davis.
wasn't. Yeah, it's not popping up. Dude, what was her name then?
I
I
don't
just kind of
know. Lady in Civil War that shoves papers in Tony Stark's face.
yeah, I don't know her name, but
Interesting.
I guess yeah, we'll move on then. But for my second choice for Sue Storm, again, I really think this is like a better pick for me anyway. At this point, after watching one of Samara's movies so far, but Jodie Comer from
Yeah.
Free Guy. I was forgetting the name of the movie.
Yeah.
She's in a lot of other stuff too. I think she was in that new movie, The Last Duel, as well,
Mhm.
which I haven't seen that yet. But I think her in Free Guy, I think she did a really great job of just being like a hard ass, obviously, but she had like that soft side to her too.
Yeah.
Um, but Jodie, I think she's changed her hair color a lot too in the past, but I think she has the look for Sue. Obviously, I know we keep saying that, but obviously we're gonna choose people that have the look,
A
even
white
though
woman, basically.
yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. I feel like I feel like I should have chosen a woman of color as well for one of these, but like I don't know, like
Yeah.
the closest one that comes to mind would, I don't know, like maybe be like maybe the what, I forget her name, but the girl from Kenobi, maybe. Like I like
Oh,
her,
yeah.
the
Um,
emotional stuff she had. I liked it, but and again we talked about it in that Kenobi thing. I just didn't like the presence of it in the story, but I think her acting in it was actually really good.
yeah.
But aside from that, Jodie Comer, I think she could really pull it off. She's just got that sentimental side to her that really works for me anyway. Um,
Yeah.
and I don't. I mean, obviously, I already talked about Sue and like who she is as a character, and I think Jodie could pull it off based off of her performance in Free Guy. I especially love the end of it. With because Joe Keery's in that movie too. We just talked about
Yeah.
Stranger
Oh,
Things.
it's such a fun
Um,
movie, bro. Such a
yeah,
fun
man.
movie.
That last scene where like they're like looking at each other from across the street and they come running across, dude. That's just banger stuff, man.
Great. Yeah.
Banger stuff. So I would just love. I think I saw somebody else cast her as Sue, and I actually, that's when I
I've
fell in love with it.
Yeah, I've seen her name being thrown around. I'm not mad at it. I like it. Yeah, that's a great pick. She has the chops. She was awesome in Free Guy. Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all. So my third pick, I had a third pick in there because
Oh, okay.
I liked her. She was my number one for a long time, and then Aaron Moriarty came up, and then Melissa Benoist came up, and I was like, but I still like her enough to throw her in here, and it goes even well with one of my read castings, and that is Elizabeth Yale. Lael. She
Oh
was
yeah, yeah, yeah.
in season one of You, I believe,
Yep.
and
Yep.
which means the chemistry between her and Penn Badgley would go absolutely insane. That's the only thing I've seen her in. I mean, obviously, white woman. She has the looks for Sue. But yeah, I'm sure she can pull it off, and especially if Penn Badgley is our Reed Richards, why not throw in Elizabeth Lael? You know, someone he's already worked with in the past. I forget the name of the other girl, but she was in The Haunting of Hill House, and she's in more of the You seasons. And I haven't watched it, but I know she's in there. She has that like kind of crazy look in her eyes. She'd be cool
Oh
too.
yeah.
But I was just like, man, these other three actresses are just way better for Sue, in my opinion. But yeah, Elizabeth Lael used to be my number one. Then Aaron Moriarty and Melissa Benoist came up, and I was like, man, but I don't want to completely get rid of her, so I threw her in as an honorable mention. So yeah, just that was my kind of my honorable mention pick. Um,
Okay.
are we good to move on to Johnny Storm?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, you want to
I'll
go?
let you start it. Oh, actually, no, yeah, I will, because I really love my first Johnny Storm pick.
Okay.
Not so much my second, but we'll get there. My first one, I know he doesn't quite have the look, but let's be honest, neither did Chris Evans. He didn't have the blonde hair, all that sort of stuff. But and I don't know how much he acts still currently to this day, but
Ooh, okay, interesting.
Logan Lerman as Johnny Storm for me. I
Oh,
actually really like
uh,
I think he has the charisma for it, like totally and entirely. You can just watch the point to the Percy Jackson series for all of that.
yeah.
I think he could pull off the comedy aspect of it really, really well. Um, I like Logan Lerman. Obviously, I grew up with him. I remember when before Tom Holland was cast, I was really campaigning that he would hopefully
Oh, that's
get the
nice.
casting.
That's
But he
nice.
didn't. But I'm okay with that because Tom Holland. I love Tom Holland as well. But yeah, I think. I mean, obviously, I don't think you should give him blonde hair. I don't know how he would look with that, but I think
Yeah.
his acting capability. I think he can more than pull it off. Like the
Yeah.
emotion that he was able to show in Perks of Being a Wallflower as well.
Amazing, dude.
Yeah, like
Amazing.
the emotional side of him and of Johnny would be, oh my god, out of this world, knock it out of the park. And then I think that him and Tom Holland, well, obviously I don't know for sure, but I think that I think that they can mesh really well together
Oh
to make
yeah.
that friendship between Spider-Man and Johnny Storm just really compelling and a joy to see on screen. So yeah, Logan Lerman, like that's my top pick 100%. I really, really love it for Johnny.
Dude, that's a good pick. That's an underrated pick. I really like that. I didn't think about it, but yeah, he was awesome in Perks of Being a Wallflower. My girlfriend made me sit through that, and I ended up actually really liking it. Yeah, that's a damn good
Ezra
pick.
Miller though.
Yeah, there's something else, but it that's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I actually do still love Ezra Miller in that movie.
Yeah,
Amazing acting all around from everybody, and even Emma Watson.
Emma Watson too.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, great pick, bro. Great pick. However, I'm gonna have to fully disagree because I love my pick
Here we go.
as my pick as Johnny Storm in the MCU is none other than Rudy Pankow.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely love this pick. The man has the body. He has the face. He has the chops. If y'all don't know who this is, I believe he was in Outer Banks. I forget the character's name, but I only watched the first season and I absolutely loved him in that. I thought he was awesome. I think he could definitely pull off the chemistry with Tom Holland. That's like one of the main things I look for when casting Johnny Storm. And him and Tom Holland interacting, that's beautiful to me. That'd be so awesome, and I think it could work. He has the looks, he has the chops. Him paired up with Melissa Benoist or Aaron Moriarty, or even Elizabeth Leo. I'd be like, yeah, that's brother and sister right there. So yeah, I love Rudy Pankow. That's my number one pick as Johnny Storm in the MCU.
Yeah, I like that. I haven't seen Outer Banks, so I can't speak. I don't think I've seen him in any. Oh wait, no, he was in Uncharted. He was in Uncharted
Oh really?
as he was Tom Holland's brother. So actually, yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually
Oh, dude,
yeah,
there we go.
yeah,
He
no, yeah,
also, just to mention, he also went to the No Way Home and I think the Doctor Strange premieres, and he was just
oh
there,
really?
yeah, on the red carpet. And I think he just went just to go.
Maybe
So
yeah.
he could be
Tom
casted.
Holland are already fucking buddy after that movie. I'm pretty sure he was in. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure he was in Uncharted. Yep, he was. Yeah, he played Tom Holland's brother in that movie. Yeah, and I
Just
didn't like
amazing,
he
bro.
wasn't in it like too much because like obviously they were all like flashback scenes. I'm a big Uncharted fan, big Uncharted gaming fan, and so I think he played Sam Drake well. We don't have much to go off of like game fans of Sam Drake. Like because he was only in like 2 of the Uncharted games. But I think he played him very well, and I think he didn't really get a chance to do like the super emotional stuff, but they did tease him, spoiler alert, at the end, so he might be in the next one and he might continue on, and then I could give a better evaluation of his. But yeah, I think the chemistry aspect of it, 100%, him and Tom
Yeah.
Holland would pull it off super super well. So I think that's a great pick.
Yeah. I love Rudy Pankow. I think he'd be awesome. He has to be Johnny Storm. There's no other way around it. I think Marvel's for sure gonna cast him
Going with
as
him.
Johnny Storm.
Okay.
I really think so, especially because bro, he's been to like the past 3 MCU movie premieres, and if he's already like, even if he's just going to support Tom Holland, well, there you go. Like if they're
Yeah.
friends in real life, then dude, the chemistry is gonna be amazing on screen. So yeah, Rudy Pankow for sure.
Yeah, you mentioned that premiere thing actually probably makes me think that they are probably going with that.
Has to.
Um, but for my second pick for Johnny Storm, I'm not as really in love with this one. Um, but I think he could pull off Johnny Storm 100%. Just again, the look just isn't really there.
Okay.
But Dylan O'Brien as
Oh,
Johnny Storm.
I like
I've
it. I
always
like
loved
it.
Dylan O'Brien. I was a big Teen Wolf guy. and then I love the Maze Runner movies as well. And actually, the picture that's up on screen right now, I love this movie a lot. It's called Love and Monsters, and I really like he can get the whole range of emotions. I think Dylan O'Brien can.
Yeah.
He really, really can. But again, neither one of my picks really have the quote unquote Johnny Storm look. Like they're not like the blonde hair type thing. So, but I mean, setting all that aside, I think that this would be amazing. I think, especially with like Melissa Benoist, I think him and Melissa Benoist would really mesh well together.
Yeah.
Um, and I also think that he would be the perfect guy to give like Penn Badgley shit as Reed Richards for how smart he is, or
That'd be
whoever
awesome.
whoever would end up being Reed Richards. But yeah, I like Dylan O'Brien, but he just Logan Lerman inches him out just a little bit for me.
Nice, dude. You got some solid picks up here. Okay, I like that. Yeah,
Yes,
Dylan
sir.
O'Brien, probably my Nightwing in my heart, my
Yeah,
Nightwing.
that's the thing. That's the
I'd
other thing.
also probably even like him as Cyclops as well. I think that'd be pretty
Okay.
cool. I think in
Yeah,
the MCU.
Scott.
Yeah, just
Ooh,
kind of throw
that's a
that
good one.
in. Even but I think my number one Cyclops is damn, I forget his name from Top Gun. Um
Yeah, I know who you're talking about though. I
yeah,
know.
the I forget what his call sign was, but yeah, him. Anyways, my second pick, this one was kind of a last minute like I'll take it. And he is a little bit older, but he can play a young any age if he wants. My second pick for Johnny Storm is Lucas Till. My
Oh,
my number one casting for the Flash, but Johnny Storm would be awesome. He's white, he's blonde, fit in with any of the white women Sue Storms that we've brought up. Yeah, I love Lucas Till. I think the chemistry with Tom Holland would be amazing. He was actually Alex Summers in X-Men First
yeah,
Class and
next man.
X-Men Apocalypse and played Havoc, so he could play the superhero if he needs to. He could play a teenager no matter how old he is. I think he could still do it. So yeah, Lucas Till is awesome. I don't know a lot about his acting other than that, but I was looking at some movies and some trailers earlier, and yeah, I love Lucas Till. I do like him better as the Flash. I hope they cast him instead of if they want to recast Ezra Miller. I hope they recast Lucas Till as the Flash. I saw a lot of people saying Dylan O'Brien, but I would like Dylan
As the
O'Brien as Night.
Flash?
Yeah, a lot of people like no, it was like
Uh,
like a legit rumor. Like people were saying that it might happen. Like
I
it
don't
was
know
an
about that
official
pick.
rumor.
That's
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't
that's
know, but I like Dylan O'Brien as Nightwing and Lucas
yeah,
Till as the
me
Flash.
too. I like him as
And
Nightwing more than Flash.
oh yeah, it would be amazing. But I don't know, Lucas Till. If they don't go with Rudy Pankow, which I really hope they do, and I really think they will, I think Lucas Till would be the second best in my opinion.
Actually, yeah, I like Lucas Till a lot. I actually think of everybody that we've shown. I mean, you know more about Rudy than me. I think he could pull off the actual character of Johnny and the
Yeah,
way Johnny is the best because I've seen him in a lot of stuff. Obviously, growing up with all the X-Men movies and whatnot.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
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 yeah.
go.
Sorry, I was just say like
You're fine.
Rudy Pankow. I forget. I really wish I remember his character's name in Stranger Things. I really wish I remember his character's name in Outer Banks because he can definitely pull off that like hard ass like teenager like man f all y'all like I think at one point he even buys a whole hot tub just to say like just as an fu to all his friends and they're all like what are you doing and then he just sits there like in the hot tub like and starts bawling because like all this stuff and like his dad was like very abusive to him in the show and so he has
Oh,
that hard ass side to where but like if you dig deep and you can really see him as like a very soft character so Rudy Pankow fucking amazing
okay,
for Johnny Storm. So that's why he's my number one pick.
okay, I like it. Um, well, yeah, I think that's all I got for Johnny Storm. Did you want to start us off with Ben?
Yeah, sure. I'll start us off with Ben. That was all I had. So my number one pick for Ben Grimm,
The Thing.
he has to be Jewish. It's an essential part to his character. I think Jack Kirby was Jewish, and he put a lot of stuff that mattered to Jack Kirby as a person. A lot of stuff he put into Ben Grimm as like his character. So all of our picks are all. I mean, all of my picks are of Jewish descent. What about you?
Yes, both of
Okay.
mine are as well.
So this one is very important, like Jewish characters. So with my first pick, I have Brendan Fraser as Ben Grimm, the Thing, in the MCU. So there was a lot of rumors. At not my number one pick actually, but one that came out of left field that I actually really love was Jason Segel. and that just came out of nowhere, like a really, really heavy rumor for She-Hulk,
Yep.
and that he would appear in She-Hulk, and that it would be Jason Segel as the Thing. And I was like, wow, that's actually really nice. I'm not mad at that. Jason Segel
Yeah.
is of Jewish descent, so it looks like Marvel is paying attention to this stuff. But if not Jason Segel, I think Brendan Fraser would be awesome. When he was younger, man, I mean, he was a fine piece of human being. So even now, man, he's just an amazing, amazing person overall. Like, you know, you see the videos where, I mean, there's a video where someone was telling him like how much people really do love him, and he like starts tearing up because he's
Yeah.
like, man, I didn't think, you know, I affected people this way. And I just think he'd play an awesome big, like growly dude that's soft on the inside, you know, and
Yeah.
that is real loving and kind, and that is close friends with Reed Richards. And I have my second. I'll save him for my third pick. My third pick, had him as an honorable mention because I don't know if I like it yet, but he fits the age. You know, if they're going for Raul Coley, he fits the age big time. Brendan Fraser and my second pick kind of don't, but think they would still do awesome in the role. So yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I actually, yeah, I kind of, that's my only concern with that one is like the age factor of it all.
yeah,
Because like it seems I would think that they're gonna go with like around like late 20s, early 30s type actors
yeah.
for the role. But I am excited to see him in Batwoman or Batgirl. Is it Batwoman or Batgirl? The movie is called. I think it's
The movie,
Batwoman.
I think it's bad. Yeah, I think it is Batwoman. I
Batwoman.
don't
Yeah,
know. I don't
he's
know.
playing Firefly. I know that. I don't know what if it's called Batgirl or
I
Batwoman,
think
but
it is Batgirl because
it's
Batwoman is
Batgirl.
they had a show on CW that just got canceled that
Oh
literally no
yeah.
one
Okay.
gave a fuck about. But yeah, the
Okay.
Batgirl, yeah, that I think it's Batgirl.
Okay. So yeah, I'm excited to see him as Firefly in Batgirl. I really can't wait. I never personally never saw the Mummy. I was never
Me neither.
all up in that.
I've seen clips though, and he's awesome in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but no, yeah, I think he's a really charismatic choice for Ben. Absolutely. Um, but for my top choice for Ben, and first off the bat, I want to say I really love Ben
Hmm.
as a character. Um, I first fell in love with him with the original Fantastic Four movies, and that's where I'm going with this. Is that Michael Chiklis, bro? Like he was, I think, a fantastic Ben. I really want to preface that. I think he played the character amazingly.
Hmm.
He got it down, man. Like I felt I still watch the scene where he tries to pick up the ring that his wife just leaves on the bridge right in front of him, and I tear up, man. Like that is so
Yeah,
good. I get chills. It's so amazing, and like his want to be normal, I get it, and it's just so like, oh my god, it's really great stuff. Michael Chiklis, if I could choose him again, I would,
he's
but
great.
again, the age factor, and they're definitely, I don't think they're gonna recast old actors to from the original I was gonna say trilogy, but there was only two. So they're from the original duology to come
Yeah.
back. But so my first pick is actually um of Solo fame, Alden Ehrenreich.
Okay.
Um, I
Okay.
just
Okay.
I think he could
Huh.
be a really good Ben. I think he matches the age well, and I think
Wow.
that he could have some good chemistry from with whoever they choose for Reed, because obviously they have to be best friends. Um,
Yeah.
and I think he could bounce with all of my picks at least. I think if I wanted to choose one, I think him and Brandon Ruth would bounce off of each other tremendously.
Okay.
But even if they went with someone like Penn Badgley, I could see them just having I could see them bouncing off of each other well. But yeah, he is Jewish. And I just I can't say I loved Solo so much, but I mean, I wasn't a Star Wars guy back when I watched it, and I still not really, but I am more so now. So I'd have to rewatch it. But I really think that he could like. I was trying to choose not somebody so I don't want to say scrawny, I guess, but just someone who didn't have. I wanted someone with still somewhat of a bigger build, even though I know they're just going to be covered up with CGI anyway. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But this was like the closest I could get to that. Like he still has a somewhat bigger build. My
Yeah.
second pick doesn't quite have the bigger build, but I still think he's a good choice. But yeah, I think Alden Ehrenreich, he's my top choice because other than I do think the rumor for Jason Segel, like I actually really like that. I didn't like it at first, but I've come to really like that. But I also my concern again there is with the age aspect of it all. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Alden Ehrenreich for me.
He was actually cast to come up in Ironheart in the show Ironheart. He's been cast
Oh
for a role in
yeah,
there. So
dude, I
yeah, that's
completely
cool.
forgot. I completely
It,
forgot.
it could be
That's
for the
crazy.
thing, but no, I'm kidding.
Imagine.
So my second pick, I gambled between my second and my third pick, but I really like this one because he has the looks. He's played a superhero slash villain before in Marvel, and I mean the age is a little bit off, but he has the body type, the looks, and everything. He is Jewish. I'm taking Liev Schreiber with
Okay.
my second pick for the thing. He was Sabretooth in the X-Men movies.
Mhm.
I think he'd be an amazing Logan if he was like 10, 20 years younger. Um, but I couldn't put him as Logan. We have other people for that. So my pick for Ben Grimm is Liev Schreiber. I haven't seen anything else he's in. I apologize. My movie knowledge is absolute ass, which is why I'm letting Charlie do all the talking for me. Um, I was about to say Ben because I mean Ben would probably be killing this, but it is what it is. But yeah, Liev Schreiber, awesome actor. He has the looks, he has the build. My second pick for Ben Grimm.
Yeah, he was in some type of like military
Yeah.
he played like a government agent in something. I can't remember. I want to say it was like a Jason Bourne movie, but I could be wrong. I because
Uh,
I've only ever seen like one of those Jason Bourne movies, so I don't
man.
know if that would actually be the case.
I'm trying to think because I think I was looking at his IMDb earlier, and I don't know if it was him or if it was someone else on my list that I have up here. Um,
Wait, I think I know exactly what movie it is that I'm
was it
thinking of.
oh, man, I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember who I'm thinking of.
I think I know exactly what. Yep, it's Salt. It was Salt.
Okay.
With Angelina Jolie. He plays a government agent named Ted Winter. Dude,
Mm,
damn, it's been a long time since I've seen Salt. That was a good movie. From my memory, I was a kid when it came out. But anyway, my second pick for Ben, jumping on in again. This one isn't quite the build that I wanted, but I guess it doesn't matter because again, they're going to be covered up by CGI.
yeah.
So jumping right into it, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is my
Wow.
pick. I think obviously
Okay.
he's been in a lot of stuff, and I've seen a lot of his stuff. I One that comes to note is 500 Days of Summer.
Yeah.
He was really, really good in that. And he was also in this other movie with Seth Rogen, I believe, called like 50-50, where he found out he got cancer and something like that. And
Mhm.
he had to wrestle with that fact. But I think he can play the emotional side 100% well. Like we all know that like he's a phenomenal actor. He's played plenty great emotional scenes. But I think in terms of wanting to be normal again. I
Yeah.
think he could play that very, very well, and I can just see him like hankering and read for a cure to this thing somehow, and just having it be like a really like chilling scene of just like how fed up he is with being this rock person. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt could give him, yeah, even though considering it would be mostly just voice acting, I guess. It still like I'd liken it to something like Bradley Cooper with Rocket. Like
Yeah.
there's been so many times watching Bradley Cooper's performance with Rocket where I've teared up and stuff like that. So I imagine
Yeah.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt could do something great like that.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick. Was he supposed to be Nightwing in the Dark Knight trilogy,
Yeah,
or weren't they
yeah,
setting him up for that? So
yeah. They're
he's,
setting him to be
you know,
Robin or something.
yeah, he has the chops for that. He can play a superhero or something. So yeah, I like that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. So that's a solid pick. I threw in an additional third. Do you have an additional third or
Not for Ben.
okay?
Actually, the
So
only one I had three for was Reed Richards. I
Reed,
didn't have three
okay.
for anyone
I
else.
only have three for some, but this happens to be one of them just because I really like this choice. Raul Coley as Reed Richards, and then give me Chris Pine as the thing.
Ooh,
He's Jewish. He has the looks to play like oh man, I used to play football back in the day and I was just amazing. All the girls loved me, blah, blah, blah.
yeah,
He's Jewish. He's been in Wonder Woman. He's been in like most of the Star Treks. I haven't seen him, but he's a damn good actor. He even did some voice acting, so he has experience there
yeah.
for
Into the
Ben
Spider
Grimm.
Verse.
Yeah, and even in I think he voiced Jack Frost in
Oh,
some
and the
movie, yeah.
Guardians. Yeah,
Guardians, yeah.
yeah.
So Yeah, I think it's an awesome pick. He is 30. I think he's like 35 or 36, and Raul Coley is like 34, 35. Perfect, be amazing casting for them too. And yeah, I that's the only reason why I had him on here, because while he isn't as big, he is, the right age, early 30s for whoever they pair up with Reed Richards. So Chris Pine is my honorable mention for Ben Grimm. I would not be mad at it. I love it. A lot of other people don't. I checked with some of my friends and I said, "What do y'all think about this?" And they were like, So I said, "Fuck them," and I went
Uh,
ahead and did it anyway. So
I
Chris
actually
Pine,
kind of like it. Like, obviously, I like he has like a little bit of like the cool, suave kind of thing to him, and
yeah,
Ben doesn't really necessarily have that. But again, it's mostly just going to be like a voice acting sort of role,
yeah,
and like he and he did that really really well in Into the Spider-Verse. And I have seen the Guardians movie, but it's been a long time
yeah.
since I've seen it. But yeah, I think the emotion that he had, even what comes to mind is like when he's um talking to Miles in Into the Spider-Verse and just telling him like this, you might not like it, but like this is what you got now, and like make sure this gets to safety, all that, all that type of stuff right before he dies, and that type of thing.
Wait, who do you play in Spider Verse?
The first Spider-Man that
Oh
Kingpin
wow,
killed.
I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Wow. Okay, cool. Because I was like, I thought you were talking about Peter B. Parker for a second, and I was like, no, that's my boy Jake Johnson. He killed that. My girlfriend was making me watch New Girl. She makes me watch New Girl with her every single time I'm over there, and every time I look at Jake Johnson, I'm like, all I hear is Peter B. Parker. So,
Yeah, me
but
too.
wow, okay, cool. Yeah. So I mean, he has the chops for the voice acting. So awesome. Well, that's our Fantastic Four. I guess I'll give my full lineup of my first
Your
picks. So
top
this
pick.
is, yeah, my top picks. This is my hope for the Fantastic Four in the MCU. We have Reed Richards as Raul Coley, Sue Storm, Melissa Benoist, Johnny Storm, Rudy Pankow, and for Ben Grimm, Chris Pine. Fuck it, I'm taking Chris Pine, dude. I really
Oh,
like it. Now that I'm looking, I was like, I was gonna say Brendan Fraser. I said, you know what? Give me Chris Pine. Chris Pine.
okay.
And yeah, that's my pick for the Fantastic Four. Why don't you give us yours?
Yeah, my top picks now, after reevaluating, um I think I'm still sticking with William Jackson Harper as number one for
Beautiful.
Reed Richards. Sue Storm, I'll take Jodie Comer for sure. Johnny Storm, I'm going to take Logan Lerman. And then Ben, since I forgot about Alden, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I would choose Joseph Gordon-Levitt still though too, because I think the voice and the voice acting and stuff that he could bring out would be pretty great. So yeah, Ben Grimm, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Nice, dude. I don't hate it. We got some pretty unique castings right here. I think the only like
Yeah,
Raul Coley, obviously, but goddamn, am I in love with that man. So I'm saying, you know what? I'm getting away from it. I'm sticking with it. I wouldn't even be mad at John David Washington. Give it to me, all of it. So, all right, cool. That's our Fantastic Forecasting. But wait. We got a villain we need to cast. Oh, Doctor
yeah,
Doom, because he's coming up quick. So
real soon, real
yeah,
soon.
real soon. Wakanda forever. Okay, so Doctor Doom. This one is tough, man. Me and we've gone back and forth
Yeah.
a lot over this one because Doctor Doom is of Romani descent, and it is very important to his character. But where the hell are all the Romani descent actors, bro?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
damn. So I guess you want to go first?
I'll jump in because I mean
Okay,
again, we really want to preface like we tried
we
so
really
hard
did.
to find Romani actors that could take on this role. I went on TikTok, I asked anybody because I know there's a lot of people on there that keeps like because I've fan cast him before, and that's
Yeah.
the prevailing thing. It's like he has to be Romani, and like, yep, you're right, 100%, my bad. But then I asked people like, please, if you got anybody, let me know, and
Yeah.
nobody came back. Nobody came back with anything. So, um, my number one pick for Victor Von Doom is, without a shadow of a doubt, Michael Fassbender. I think he would
Oh,
play a fantastic Doctor Doom. I think that he has, obviously, watching him as Magneto, there were so many times where I found him absolutely terrifying. Like what comes to mind is that first class scene when he's sending the penny through that guy's
Ooh.
forehead. That was so chilling. Obviously, I don't know if it was like the match cuts with James McAvoy's Charles that like helped do that, watching him scream at the same time, because that was
Yeah.
a really great edit. That was really great editing there. But
Yeah.
I mean, either way, it was still bone chilling. And he has multiple scenes like that
Yeah,
too.
like the scene in the woods, bro. Oh my
Yeah,
god, it's
exactly.
chilling. Yeah.
Exactly. Even that scene in the bar, when he is like using the knife to like stab that guy's hand and stuff like that.
Oh
He
yeah.
is really, really fantastic. And I think he would pull off one of, I guess it's not that there's not a high bar. I was gonna say one of the best Dooms we've ever seen.
It's like, oh
Um
yeah, anything he does.
exactly, yeah. I really think that he could be amazing. I can't gush enough about it. Obviously, his face would be covered up most of the time and he'd have like a metallic voice, but that's okay. I mean, it doesn't,
Yeah.
I don't know. I get that he might mostly be like a facial actor. And so like, and that might be like a little bit of a hindrance there, but um, still, I think he could pull it off amazingly.
Yeah, I really like that pick. Michael Fassbender, give it to me if you're not going to go with the Romani descent. I think I am for this one. I
Okay.
don't know this actor. He has the looks. I've heard that he wasn't like the best actor. I have no idea. I can't speak on it, but he is of Romani descent. He is super young, not super young, but he matches up with Reed and Ben. So give me Charlie Clapham as Victor Von Doom. He has the look. He's a very attractive looking man. He's a very handsome man. Have him paired up with Raul Coley and Chris Pine. Jesus Christ, man! What more can you ask
What a
for, dude?
cast.
Or him with John David Washington and Chris Pine. Like it'd be amazing. So, what is that picture right there? Damn, dog. Okay, Victor Von Doom. Hey, I'm telling you, dog. He has the looks. He has the looks. He has the build. He is
Yeah.
of Romani descent. It's amazing. Um, and so yeah, that is my very first pick for Victor Von Doom. I'm kind of nervous about it. You know, I don't know the acting. I will look into more of what he's in, but that's the thing. I don't think he's in that much.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who knows? But that's my pick for Victor Von Doom.
Yeah. And I will say I didn't pick a Romani actor for my second pick
It's all
either,
good.
just because
Yeah.
like it's really like I'm hard pressed to find one. And if I'm just somehow missing like a whole category of them, that's on me, guys. I
Yeah, me too.
apologize.
Yeah, we
Don't know.
apologize.
I don't understand like where I could have looked more, but I mean maybe it did just go over my head. But
Yeah.
my second pick is actually from Euphoria, and he's been in other things as well. But I have um
Zendaya, no.
but I have Coleman Domingo,
I like it.
actually.
I like
Um,
it.
and he, I think, could pull off the voice really, really well. When he speaks, those of who've seen Euphoria, like they know what I'm talking about. Like he speaks, and when he speaks, he means it. Like the way he says it, you know he means it. And it's like a very commanding presence that he has. And that's something that you want from Doom. You want a commanding presence. Like Doom is meant to be one of Marvel's greatest villains, if not Marvel's greatest villain. And so we need something like that. We need like a sense of overbearing fear that comes even just from his voice, you know? And so I think that he could pull that off really, really well, even through the metallic mask. But I don't think he's far off from having like a build like that. I didn't quite look at his age though, but I mean, we could have an older Doctor Doom. They could like, you know, do a different sort of story with that. I'm not sure. But again, and I'm sorry about the whole Romani thing, guys. Really am, because I know it is important to his character. But
Yeah.
this, I mean, this is the best I could come up with. So
Yeah. Yeah. Me as well. I really do like the rumors of Cillian Murphy. I think that's awesome, especially paired up with the other two actors that we've been talking about, early 30 actors like Penn Badgley, Raul Coley, John David Washington, Jackson Harper, William Jackson Harper, all of them. And then some of our Ben Grimms like Gordon Levitt and Chris Pine. Cillian Murphy falls into there. If you're not gonna go Romani, give us some Cillian Murphy, give us some Domingo. I think that's awesome as well. And that's kind of where my Doctor Doom cast falls off because my second pick, while he is not Romani, he's goddamn amazing, but he is 51 years old, and that is Nikolaj Coster-Waldau. I think he would be a phenomenal Doctor Doom. He has the look. He is a little bit on the older side, but you
that's
know,
actually a good pick. Yeah.
he has the look. I don't know
Game of
much about
Thrones,
his
baby.
acting, but yeah, I never watched Game of Thrones just because I've heard nothing but bad things. Not nothing but bad things, but I've heard like the ending stuff, and I'm just like I don't want to get
Oh,
into
okay.
it because I don't want to be like I don't want to be let down by a bad ending.
I
But
get you.
I've seen some of the clips he's in on Game of Thrones. I mean, he looks awesome. Maybe you could speak more to this than me.
No, he's really good in Game of Thrones. I mean, like
Okay.
his whole character arc is really well, but again, like the final season kind of undoes a little bit of it. But
Okay.
I mean, from what we got before that, though, it was actually really, really good and really compelling. A little weird, obviously, the writing. If you those Game of Thrones fans, you know what I'm talking about. But uh, that's just Game of Thrones in and of a sense. So,
Yeah.
but no, I think that's actually a really good casting. I think he could. Um,
Yeah.
I think he could pull off Doom really, really well. I think for some, I feel like he has the look of Doom that I would imagine for some
Yeah,
reason.
like just that
Yeah,
kind of like scruffy, very handsome
yeah,
looking, like straight jaw or like thick jaw person. Yeah, I like it. He is 51 years old, which kind of sucks, but that's what I'm saying. Like Charlie Clapham, beautiful, perfect. He's of Romani descent. He has a nice, handsome look that Doom would want to cover up forever if it got even just like a cut on it. Um, and he's young, and it would be amazing. I don't know about the acting. I'm scared. I will watch what he's in just to see and make my own opinion. But from what I've heard is it's not that great. So that's our Doctor Doom. We got Charlie Clapham, and then your first pick was
My first pick was Michael Fassbender,
Michael Fassbender. That's right, and then Nicolas Coster-Waldau and Jack
Coleman
Domingo.
Domingo.
Coleman Domingo, Jack. I don't know where I'm getting these names from. Coleman Domingo. Yeah, solid picks. Very awesome. If you don't want to go the Romani descent, pick any of those. All right, down to probably one of our most interesting ones. I'm very excited for this one. We are casting Wolverine, Logan in the MCU. It's kind of impossible to cast Logan, isn't it? After Hugh
Yeah,
Jackman, goddamn. But
really
I want
hard.
to, yeah, it's really hard. I want to start this off because I have a very interesting cast. I don't know much about his act. Again, I'm sorry, y'all, but his dad is an all-time legend, and that's Scott Eastwood, the son of Clint Eastwood. He has the look. This man is jacked. He can grow out the beard as long as he needs it to be. I mean, give me Scott Eastwood, man.
That's
He even
fair.
looks like Chris Evans in this one right here. But yeah, like it'd be an amazing pick. I
Oh
I,
yeah, look
I
at that
love
beard.
it.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I love it. I think it'd be awesome. Again, I can't speak much about to what he's in, but looks wise, give it to me. You know what I mean? So Scott Eastwood is my pick for
I think
Logan.
he's in Fast and the Furious at one point.
I think he is actually. I know there might be some stuff. I was looking at it earlier, um, and I think some of them caught my eyes. Let me check real quick. Yeah, he is in Pacific Rim. He's also in Pacific Rim, and he is
Oh
in Suicide Squad as Lieutenant GQ Edwards. But
yeah,
um, well, there you go. He has some of the chops, the Pacific Rim, and some in Fast and the Furious. I think it'd be good. I think it'd be good. His dad is literally Clint Eastwood, one of the most
yeah.
legendary actors of our time, or not of our time, Jesus, but of all time. So, yeah, Scott Eastwood as Logan in the MCU. My first pick.
For my pick there's one person on this whole list that I only was able to get one person for because it's just so hard, and this was the one, and it was still hard for me because there's lots of actors to choose from, sure. But for me, I'm very adamant about the size thing this time around because we already
Yeah,
had Hugh Jackman, who was really tall, and like Hugh Jackman, I mean, even though he was tall, he still was amazing.
yeah.
But I want to get like a shorter actor in there, and this one was
I think
also
I
hard
know who
because I
you're
feel like
going
all
for.
the shorter actors have already been rumored. So other than like I think Daniel Radcliffe,
Okay.
but I don't, me personally, Daniel Radcliffe, I don't enjoy that pick because I don't see him getting angry like that, just getting absolutely savage like
Yeah.
Wolverine does. Um, so for my one and only pick for Logan, Taron Egerton, and that's he's been rumored up and down the street, I know, but like that's like I'll throw up a picture of him. It's just I couldn't come to any other conclusion. It was just like that was that just seems like the best pick for me. And after watching the Kingsman movies,
Yeah.
the two that he's in anyway, I know they're coming out with another one with him in it as well. Um, he does a great job in that. Obviously, he's in that biopic movie as well. I never saw it, me personally, but I've heard he was great in it. I think
Yeah,
you
me
told me
too.
he was great in it,
Yeah.
or um, and it's just I can see him getting down and angry and savage. I think he had some close scenes like that in Kingsman. But yeah, I can see, I don't know if he could grow out the beard for it or anything like that, but I think he could do a really good Wolverine. And if anything, I think they're most likely to cast him of
Yeah.
anybody from all the actors that have been rumored and that people want.
Yeah, he's even came out and admitted he had a interview with Kevin Feige about
Yeah,
a role in Marvel,
yeah,
and I think it's definitely for Wolverine. That was my second pick. Yeah, I love Taron Egerton. It's kind of hard to cast
yeah,
Wolverine, man. I will say Scott Eastwood is 5'11", so I'm willing to compromise with the 5'10"
yeah.
stuff because that I can work with. So, yeah, Taron Egerton. I will share this picture of him real quick. It's absolutely amazing. And if you're listening on audio, it's just him with some claws for fingers and he's making a mad face, but he's doing it on purpose. He's posing like Wolverine. Come on, you know
Yeah,
what you're
man.
doing.
I
You know what
see
you're
that.
doing.
I see that. That looks good, man.
Amazing. Okay, yeah,
Um,
Taron Egerton was my second pick. So I had an honorable mention in here. Everybody knows. I mean, it's been talked about. It's been hyped up lately because of The Boys, and that is Carl
yep.
Urban,
Yeah.
Billy Butcher from The Boys. I mean, dude, he has the rage. He has the accent. I mean, just give him the accent. Just oi, oi, cunt. You know, like give it to him, bro. Like, I think there's even a clip I saw. He's on a talk show and he's like he like has his hands behind his like back, like ready to punch with both arms, basically. And he has like his teeth gritted, and he's like, and oh my god, it looks beautiful, bro. He is on the older side,
Yeah.
but and he is already in the MCU.
Yeah.
But if it's just like it's an actual it's like fan cast.
Yeah.
So that's why it's just an honorable mention, third pick. Yeah, Carl Urban as Logan from The Boys.
Yeah.
Um,
I've seen a lot of people saying that one, and I like,
yeah,
I like it, but I also don't like. It's just not like, let let him do his thing. It's like obviously it can't happen. Like you mentioned, he's already been in the MCU, so people. I don't want to take away people's like dreams. Like you can go ahead, dream it. You want it, dream it. But
yeah.
I don't know. Not one of my favorites.
Yeah, nah. It's just I feel like if I have Aaron Moriarty as Sue Storm, I feel like I got to throw in Billy Butcher. And then I mean, give us Jack Quaid as Reed Richards, Huey as Reed Richards.
Bring everybody from The Boys. Come on,
Yeah, bring everybody. All
do it
right,
right.
so we're on to our final two, Magneto and Professor X. I want to. I like this. I actually really do like this this Magneto cast I have right here. I won't say it's my number one, but I want to throw it up here.
Okay.
Um, of course, another one of those cases, Jewish descent. Have to for Magneto. A big part of his origin story is like the Holocaust and everything. I feel like you kind of have to go down that road, and for me, not my number one pick, but something that would be very interesting if you want to go on the older side. I'm gonna give my older castings first, and then I have one young casting for each character. And my first one, my first pick, but my first one happens to be Harrison Ford as Magneto in the
Okay.
MCU. He is Jewish. Obviously, we know he plays Indiana Jones. He plays, holy shit, I'm
Han
blanking.
Solo.
Han Solo. Damn, dude. So I just like absolutely went blank. Yeah, Harrison Ford. I think he'd be awesome. Obviously, he was in Maze Runner, or not Maze Runner, Blade Runner. Um,
Mhm.
I don't know. He just has the look. He's like a little bit. He's like a younger Ian McKellen. Yeah, give me Harrison Ford as Magneto in the MCU. Oh well, go for it. He already is tied with one Disney project, Star Wars. So throw him in another one.
That's the thing. If they're still planning on going with these, because we don't know what they're gonna do yet, obviously. But if they're still planning on going with these older individuals, because obviously, big part of like his story is that he's a Holocaust survivor, and so that's the thing. If they're gonna go with some younger people, like it's like
Yeah.
how are they gonna do that? There might be some time travel
Unless
stuff
unless they
involved.
do like I'm assuming I don't mean to cut you off, but like I'm assuming the Fantastic Four they'll probably do a little bit of Quantum Realm or something,
Time,
and
yeah,
I mean they could even do the same thing for the because I mean they'd have to be 80 years old in our
yeah,
current MCU
yeah,
timeline. So
yeah.
yeah,
And so it's like, yeah, no, I was at one point I always thought like, okay, what if the X-Men just come from an alternate universe and where like in that alternate universe, the Holocaust just happened later in life or something like that. But
true.
now with this whole Kamala thing that happened, spoilers for Miss Marvel, guys, by the way.
Yeah.
Um, they said that she didn't outright say she's a mutant, but they said she has a mutation. So seems like might not be the case
Yeah.
where these X-Men are coming from. So but no, yeah, I think if they wanted to go with the older route, like 100%, like I think I like Harrison Ford as a pick, no doubt.
Yeah.
Um, but my first pick for Magneto, sticking with the Jewish roots, obviously, because that is a huge part of his character. Is actually it's actually funny because he was also in that movie that I watched last night.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
Adam Brody is his name. Let me find his picture real quick.
Adam Brody.
Um, Adam Brody is his name, and he was in Ready
Mm.
or Not, and he was also in Shazam. Weirdly enough, he played one of the kids that said Shazam and like turned into like the adult version of themselves.
Oh,
I think
wow.
he actually played the other, I forget the kid's name, but like the best friend character. He played the adult version of him. Um, but I actually really liked, because I don't view Magneto as a full on villain, you know, completely. I think Magneto was he like obviously he has villain tendencies, but like above all else, he just wants to protect mutants and he wants to do what's right for mutants. And mutants are a ridiculed and tortured and all the disgusting words you could come up with. They like that's just how humans
Oppressed.
treat them, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just it's despicable and like and whatnot like that. So in Ready or Not last night, and he is Jewish again. He his character, he's actually the only one in the entire family who like helped save the girl. Spoilers for Ready or Not if you guys care. But he's the only one who actually like decided to do like a good thing and like save the girls. And like Magneto's not immune to like doing what's right and like helping people, you know. um but again, like he'll do what it takes to protect mutants. But yeah, no, again, I really just don't know how they're going to do the whole Holocaust thing, because I think that's a huge part of his character.
Yeah.
But and again, going with a younger actor, that's going to make it really hard, but unless they do this whole quantum realm thing. So but
Yeah.
yeah, I think his acting ability in that Ready or Not movie was actually really well done. He was just the whole movie. You saw him grappling with the fact like he doesn't even really want to be hunting this girl down, but
Mm.
he's doing it because he feels like he has to. So
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's a really good pick. He does look a bit on the younger side, but I like that. I've never watched it. I'm not familiar with him, but based off everything you said, yeah. I mean, Professor X and Magneto are literally supposed to be Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Like
mhm.
that's literally what they're based on. That's what they were created on. That like you have they're both fighting for the same thing. One just goes about it in a like malicious way, and the other one goes about it in a different way, and they don't agree on it. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King is like literally there,
Yeah.
and so yeah, that's very interesting. And I like that you bring that up because that takes me into like my younger casting for Magneto. But yeah, and so while we're still on the older side and MCU side, my very first pick for Magneto, I absolutely love this, is Jason Isaacs. He was
Mm,
the Grand Inquisitor, voice of the Grand Inquisitor in Star Wars Rebels, which is why a lot of people really wanted him as the Grand Inquisitor in Kenobi, but they didn't go through with it for whatever dumbass reason. But I'm still mad about it. But Jason Isaacs is amazing. He's of Jewish descent. He has the look. He literally looks like an older Michael Fassbender in a way. I absolutely love it. It's my number one pick for Magneto. You can just like tell from how the Grand Inquisitor acts in Rebels. Another again, going about what he believes in a malicious way, and not stopping until he hunts down every single one of the rebels. Give me Jason Isaacs. I think he'd be a phenomenal Magneto. Again, like I said, he is of Jewish descent. He has that look to him, and paired up with my other casting for Professor X, which is a little bit rumored. Just to tease my pick, is a little bit rumored lately. I think Jason Isaacs would absolutely kill in this role. And yeah, if you want to go with the older side, I think he fits that perfectly.
yeah. I like that. I don't think I've seen much of anything else that he's been in,
Me
me
neither, but
personally.
yeah,
But I think he definitely looks like he could play Magneto. Like that's I don't know.
yeah,
I just that he it's like the guy that you picked for Von Doom. Like, I just think they have the look that I imagined for the
yeah.
character at some point. Um, so for my second pick for Magneto, I'm actually throwing in a bit of a curveball. Um, Not Jewish, but I feel like I can explain it in a way that that made sense to me. So my I hope this makes you happy.
Oh no!
Now he knows what it is.
Oh
Um
no!
Actually Raul Coley for
Oh,
Magneto.
what? Oh, I thought I was
Oh,
like,
well, you weren't thinking that.
wow,
Oh.
Raul Coley, wow.
And I think it's important to note again that I don't think Magneto is a villain, because I mean he is, but he isn't.
Wow.
I think, and if they didn't want to go the Jewish route, because one thing that people always say is like, if you're not going to make it comic accurate, make it better. So I think this could necessarily be somewhat better. Obviously, he's not Jewish. Don't make him a
Man.
Holocaust survivor because it's already hard enough to try to retcon and get that in anyway.
Yeah.
Base it around his roots as a Muslim and his struggles with after 9/11. Make it more current times. I don't know if it'd be like, I don't know how people would view that being put into film and like made like in a fictiony sort of way, but whatever. Just make it tied to 9/11 and how people look at him different. Like that, you sent me a scene from Midnight Mass, and that's kind of what made me think of this whole thing.
That's
And
interesting. That's a really good take. Sorry, but yeah.
yeah. No, yeah, thank you. Raul Coley, I think could, like, obviously he in that scene you sent me, like it was amazing. It was like it was so gut wrenching. And
Yeah.
so I think they could play it perfectly. They could tie it into 9/11 and how he was treated at that time. And then like it's happening all over again when he finds out he's a mutant and these people look at him differently. Like, you're not this person. And he gets just fed up with it and he's tired of it. And he wants to go off and protect all of the people like him, all these mutants. And then it just, I can't, obviously I'm not a story writer, but that's just like the basis of it.
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, I just think that could like make a really compelling story for him if they didn't want to
Wow.
go the Jewish route, and I just think it could be really really cool, and it would also touch on like, because I feel like Muslim actors and stuff aren't really like focused upon like that in film nowadays, aside from like we just had Miss Marvel, but we talked
Yeah.
about that even in Miss Marvel, like they've kind of been an afterthought. So I think that
Oh,
would actually be really cool.
yeah, or even tied into the partition, you know?
Yeah,
Make that a
yeah,
part of his I don't know
yeah.
if you said that already, but yeah, like
No, I didn't.
tie it into the partition. We already touched on it in Miss Marvel. They weren't scared about touching on it. Yeah, tie it into the partition. Yeah, that's really good. I kind of forgot that because you told me you were like, I casted Raul for something, but I don't want to tell you
Yeah.
what it is, and I completely forgot about it. I actually thought you were going with one of my other picks because you said it'd make me happy. And my one of my Professor X's, I thought that's what you were gonna pick. That's why I was like, oh
Oh.
no. And then you said Raul. I was like, oh what? Yeah. So okay, yeah, I really like that. I'm not mad about that. Yeah, give me
Yeah.
anything with Raul Coley in the MCU. Yeah.
I think
All
you pull
right.
it off well.
Oh yeah. I actually did an extra casting for a younger version of Magneto. This actor is 41. I think this goes right back to everything about playing, like fighting for something good, but doing it in a malicious way. And that is Ben Barnes
Ooh,
as Magneto. You might recognize him from
ooh,
the Punisher series. Uh,
really good.
he's an amazing actor. He's phenomenal. He has the look. He's Jewish, and in that he was kind of paired up against John Bernthal's Punisher and he was going about it in a malicious way. He was that villain, and I really feel like you could put that spin on him as a Magneto character in the MCU, and even just bring him back. I like Ben Barnes. He is 41 years old, so that's why he's on my younger side of the casting, and he matches up with my young Professor X. I think having them two, my young Professor X and my young Magneto, Ben Barnes and the other one, would be awesome. So I just wanted to throw in Ben Barnes as a young Magneto.
Okay. I like
All
that.
right.
I
And
like that a lot.
so, yeah, on to our Professor X, our final stretch, unless you had another Magneto casting.
No, no, that's all
Okay.
I had.
All right. Why don't you start us off with Professor X?
Yeah. For the Professor X stuff, I found it hard to want to stick with like a too young person. I guess the youngest I have on here is my first pick. So Yeah, I'll just jump right in then. My top pick for Professor X is actually Ewan McGregor.
No.
Is it yours too?
That was my young casting. So
Okay, yeah.
yeah, so pairing Ewan McGregor with Ben Barnes and having Ewan McGregor as Professor X and Ben Barnes as Magneto. That was my younger casting for Professor X. So
I
damn
was
it.
wondering if we were
Yeah.
gonna like. I really thought we were gonna have a lot more in common with our list, but this is our
Yeah.
first like same one, so that's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
But no, yeah, I think he has like even if you didn't want to have him do like the whole British accent again, like how Charles or how Patrick Stewart played it before, um, uh, in the original X-Men movies and stuff like that, or I guess James McAvoy rather had more of the heavy British accent than Patrick Stewart did. But if you didn't like, he could do that, or he could play with his American accent. But either way, I think Ewan McGregor, especially after watching Kenobi, like now that I
Whoo,
know that
man.
he can do like these super. Well, I mean, I knew that he could do that before as well. With he was in Birds of Prey, and actually really loved him in Birds of Prey.
Oh yeah.
Um, but just in the by saying that with Kenobi, I just mean in the original, or not the original, but the prequel trilogy, he didn't really get his chance to shine emotionally, emotion wise, emotion acting. But getting to see that in Kenobi was really, really powerful and really, really great. So I think Ewan McGregor would be a fantastic choice for Charles because like he has this dilemma with his best friend that like, it sucks that he's going down this path of doing things like you said the wrong way, and he wishes that he wouldn't do that. And he also has to watch over all this school of children, and then like some of these children die. I think he could play that really, really well.
Yeah.
Just like he showed his acting chops amazingly in Kenobi, and so I think he deserves this role, if anything.
You were my brother, Eric. You were the chosen one, dude. Yeah, I could definitely hear it, bro. Like, I love you and McGregor. Yeah, that's dope, dude. Yeah, I like that pick. I'm glad we finally had the same of one, even though it wasn't entirely the same. Mine was a younger spin on it. I have some older actors that I think would be phenomenal, but I mean, still, yeah, Professor X, Ewan McGregor. I like it. I like it a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah, give me that. I mean, dude, even if you have Anakin as Magneto and Ewan McGregor as Professor X, like hell yeah, or
Yeah.
even give me Hayden Christensen as Doctor Doom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, give it to
Okay.
me.
Give him both. He gets to be the super dope villain of two franchises.
Exactly.
That'd be
Both have
crazy.
a hood and a
Yeah.
mask. Oh yeah, give it to me. I think it'd be awesome. However, I do have a actual pick. He's not he matches up with Jason Isaacs incredibly well. I don't know much about what he's in. He has the look though, and I can tell he's an amazing actor. Give me Mark Strong as Professor
Oh,
X. Again, I don't know much about what he's in, but I
Kingsman, I
will
think.
I will look more into it. Okay, cool. But he has the look, he looks like a younger Patrick Stewart. I think pairing
Yeah.
him up with Jason Isaacs would be absolutely amazing. I'd love to see it on screen. You can see if you're watching on video right underneath him, just his bald ass head all along the line. Um, I don't. Yeah, I would love to see Mark Strong in the MCU, especially as Magneto. So or Magneto as Professor X. Even just this picture right here. Yeah. So
That's actually a really great pick. I actually
yeah,
really like that one.
Mark Strong is my first pick for Magneto in the or Magneto. Damn, I keep saying it. He's my first pick as Professor X in the MCU. I absolutely
I think
love
he's a
it.
really great actor. So I think
Oh,
that's a
really?
phenomenal choice. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Um, Jumping right into my second one, kind of a little bit of a cheat one here, I guess, because I think he is rumored as of
Oh
recently, like
no.
super recently. Giancarlo Esposito. With
No.
the same one again? No way.
Yeah,
Is
that
that
was my second
wow?
pick.
Two of the same on the same person. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I tried to choose like the shortest hair picture that I could find of him here.
Gus
But
Fring.
obviously, like I saw someone mention that he doesn't always have to play a villain, and like, yeah, that's true. You're 100% right. At one point, I did have him fan casted as Doctor Doom, but I moved him here, partially because of that whole villain comment, but also just like, I mean, he's a great actor. I think what I'm pointing to, I guess, like his scene in The Boys with that with the
Mm,
daughter of Victoria. Um, I think, or I guess technically his granddaughter. I guess if you want to get, I mean, adopted granddaughter. That
yeah.
scene where he's reading her a book and stuff, he's just being very like touching and very nice. Like I feel like that would be closer to how he would play Professor X. And but obviously he can do like the I'm not gonna take your shit type thing. And like, you know,
Yeah.
when Professor X will get mad and use his super, super strong mind powers. And but no, yeah, I think Giancarlo could really show us a different side of Charles that maybe we had never got to see because Patrick Stewart and and James McAvoy, excuse me, they both played the character in a very certain way, and I think that Giancarlo could get the different aspect of Charles that we see more in like the Xmen animated series or like the comics per se.
Yeah, it is acceptable. Yeah, I love him in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Absolutely fucking phenomenal. There's not enough I can say about how awesome he is, especially in this season of Breaking Bad. Everything with him and Lalo Salamanca in this past episode. Tony Dalton, who actually played um, the stepdad in Hawkeye.
Oh,
He's in Better Call Saul as just the greatest fucking villain of 2022. Absolutely phenomenal. Tony Dalton is amazing. But yeah, so him, every scene that he has with Gus and every scene that they're in, and they're kind of pinned up against each other this whole season. It's amazing because it kind of paints Gus Giancarlo Esposito as the good guy this season. You're kind of rooting for him, and obviously you know how his
yeah.
story ends up, so there's not much tension, but it gives someone it's like Stranger Things, how everyone hated Steve Harrington. So how do you make everyone love him? You put Billy in the game. You know, you put someone that's even worse
Put
than
someone that's
him.
worse, yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of what they're doing in Better Call Saul this season. So yeah, Giancarlo Esposito puts in a phenomenal act. I do like the rumors of him as Professor X. At first, I was like, no. And there's even people saying, actually, bro, he's already casted as Professor X. There was a article I read, and I'm just
Okay.
like, shut up, dude. Come on. Like, I posted my castings of Magneto and Professor X the other day, and someone was like, oh, you're gonna be disappointed. And I was like, no, I'm not, because nothing's been confirmed. Like, come on,
Yeah.
bro. And I just hate how people take news and they automatically believe it's true and they won't listen to anything else. But
Yeah.
I do like it. You know, I'm not mad at it. I like it. I think it's a good choice. Anything to see, you know, Giancarlo Esposito in the MCU, I'm all for it. So, yeah, you took my other two, my other two Professor X's. So, yeah, my young one was Ewan McGregor paired up with Ben Barnes as Magneto and Professor X, and then my other pick for Professor X was Giancarlo. So, awesome,
Okay.
dude. Yeah, it looks like we didn't get down to it till like the very end. So.
Yeah.
Awesome. We had one
That's
in common, like the entire list. We didn't
yeah, that's
have any
crazy.
repeats. So
I
we had
thought
a
we were gonna have Ben in common, but that's what I thought we were gonna have Alden in common on Ben.
oh
But
wow.
I completely forgot that Alden had been cast in Ironheart now.
Well, that didn't even occur to me. Like I saw Alden and I was like, and I just like moved past him. I will say one of the Ben Grimms that came to mind that I wanted was Andrew Garfield.
Really?
Yeah. I don't
Dude, if he
care,
wasn't
bro.
Spider,
Like
I would agree.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'd love it. But yeah, we had literally no one in oh well, other than Wolverine, Taron Egerton, but I basically just had Scott Eastwood and Carl Urban just because Taron Egerton, like he's been basically casted already at this
Yeah.
point for Wolverine. But other than that, yeah, we had none in common. Awesome. That makes for an awesome episode then.
Yeah.
Because I thought we'd have more, especially during the Fantastic Four run of it. But all right, man. That was our casting. I guess I'll go over my number one picks real quick. Again, Fantastic Four, Raul Coley as Reed Richards, Melissa Benoist as Sue Storm. I had Rudy Pankow from Outer Banks as Johnny Storm, Chris Pine as Ben Grimm for The Thing. And then on to Doctor Doom, I had Charlie Clapham as my number one pick, Romani Descent. I will check him out more as an actor, but it looks amazing as Doctor Doom. Scott Eastwood for my Wolverine. And then for Magneto, I have Mark Strong. Or for Magneto, I have Jason Isaacs, Professor X, Mark Strong. And if we want to go younger, Ben Barnes as Magneto and Ewan McGregor as Professor X.
Okay. Yeah. My top picks for Reed Richards, William Jackson Harper, for Sue Storm, Jodie Comer, for Johnny Storm, Logan Lerman, for Ben Grimm, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, for Victor Von Doom, Michael Fassbender, and then onto the X-Men for Magneto. I'm actually my top pick. I'm going to do Raul Coley is my top pick for
Nice.
Magneto. And then for Charles Xavier, I'll do Ewan McGregor for sure, and then Logan, obviously Taron Egerton.
Awesome, dude. Yeah,
Not much wiggle room for that one for me, but
Taron
yeah,
Egerton, he has to be Wolverine at this point.
yeah,
Yeah, it's great casting. You know, I'm not even mad at it. But awesome, man. So that was our fan cast of the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. I was looking forward to this episode like all
yeah,
week. It's
me
very
too.
fun. Lived up to the hype. We had some mishaps there a little bit, but overall, dude, it was awesome. Um, super fun, dude. And Comic Con comes out, or Comic Con comes out. Comic
Yeah,
Con, yeah, is Saturday at
just around
seven
the corner. So we'll
7.
find out if we were anywhere close, if we were
Yeah,
spot on, anything like that. So
I'm
here
excited,
soon.
bro. Yeah, I'm excited. So yeah, that'll be Saturday, July 23rd at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will be live here on YouTube, um,
Absolutely.
reacting to all the news and talking about all the news as soon as it comes out. And yeah, uh, expecting to see all these, almost not all of them, but definitely like Fantastic Four, um, casted this weekend at Comic Con. So
Yeah.
I'm
I can't
hoping.
wait, man. It's been a
I
long time coming, dude. It's been a long time coming waiting for this cast. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
yeah, we'll see. Oh man, I just as long as I hear Raul Coley's name, that's all, man. I love it. All right. Well, that was our fan casting. Like I said, we have the live stream coming up Saturday for San Diego Comic Con. I'm blanking, sorry. And then yeah, this episode, which if you're already listening to, we also did a Stranger Things episode yesterday that is up right now. If you want to go back and listen to that, it's over season 4. I think it was an awesome episode. It was super fun. Um, and then yeah, some Thor: Love and Thunder coming up this week. Maybe some news episodes. She-Hulk's in a month or so. So yeah, we got some cool stuff cooking. Yeah, you can find me, Aiden H Talks, on TikTok, YouTube. Here I really just post a podcast. So you can catch me on TikTok, on Twitter. You can listen audio on Spotify, Words from the Nerds podcast, wherever you get your podcast from. I know we're on Apple, Google, Stitcher, all types of stuff. And if you're listening on audio, we are on YouTube. And you might want to come over to YouTube because
Yeah, for
we
this
are gonna,
episode.
especially yeah, for this episode, if you want to put faces to the actors' names, but also for the live stream on Saturday, go ahead and come stop by. And yeah, Charlie.
Yeah, you can find me on TikTok posting every day at It's Cubson, mostly Marvel stuff, but I do gaming stuff as well and bounce back and forth between. So you can find me on YouTube, just Cubson. You can find me on Twitch at It's Cubson as well. I'll be streaming later tonight when after this
Oh,
after we're done
nice.
filming this, and then so yeah, that's pretty much all I got. But yeah, seriously, thank you guys so much. And like Aiden said, if you're listening, if you exclusively listen audio wise, be sure to come on over on Saturday. Show up in the live stream, talk to us, chat with us. We'd love to talk with you and talk about the cool stuff that's being announced there. There's going to be lots to talk about, not just Marvel stuff. I'm sure we're going to talk about the DC stuff. We're going to talk about all sorts of other stuff that might be talked about, like Walking Dead, Last of Us content, maybe, who knows, all sorts of stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure to come on over. So, but yeah, we thank you guys so much for listening and watching. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We appreciate it. It helps us out so much. You have no idea. But yeah, seriously, thank you guys so much again. I know I said it like 4 times now, so mean
Yeah,
it.
no. Yeah, we love to see likes. We absolutely love seeing comments. We had one today on our Stranger Things episode. Shout out to Cinema 9 podcast.
Thank you guys
Absolute
so much.
legends, yeah, for supporting. And even though they don't even know us at all, they still stopped by and said, you know what? I like the content, subbed. So yeah, that makes us feel awesome. I sent it to Charlie. I was like, yeah, let's fucking go. So yeah, all that stuff is awesome. So any way you want to show support, we're all for it. So thank you for listening. This has been our fan cast of the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. Go listen to our Stranger Things episode and be sure to tune in Saturday for our Comic-Con live stream, Marvel's Hall H panel. So we will see y'all this Saturday. And if not Saturday, we'll see you in the next episode. Peace.
Adios.